Hey YouTube, what's up? I'm Oliver and I'm gonna do a review on new Splitfish's Fragfx Shark controller for the PS3, Mac, and PC. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna unbox it and I'm gonna go through the pros and cons that I've encountered with this controller. I just got it like 3 or 4 days ago and I'm really excited about it. So I wanted to help you guys decide if this controller is for you or not. So this is the box it comes with. It's really nice. It's this size because it comes with a mouse pad also, which is pretty cool. So let's start the unboxing process, and the first thing we get is a mouse pad, which it's a pretty good size. It's also hard plastic, so you can put it on your lap when you're playing. You don't need a table. Although the controller, the mouse needs a little bit of movement. It could have been a little bit bigger, but maybe it would have been like uncomfortable to use on your lap. So it's not a bad size. And this is how the controllers come set up right here on the box. It comes with the mouse, the Fragfx Shark, and the USB dongle. It also comes with a manual, like in 10 different languages, so you're all set with that. And with pretty clear instructions. They're really clear, nothing that you cannot understand how to do or manage on these controllers. So let's get started with testing the build quality and everything on these controllers. So let's take all of this out. Now let's start with the USB dongle. This is a USB dongle for the wireless connection of your Fragfx Shark and mouse to your PS3 that comes in the box. You have a switch here that you can use to switch between a keyboard, like a keyboard layout setup, or a gamepad mode. So in the gamepad mode, this will actually work as a 6-axis controller, like the buttons and everything. And if you change it to keyboard, you could use your mouse to navigate through web pages like a normal mouse, not like a controller. And you also get 2 LEDs here, which I'll show you later, that let you know when the PS3 recognized the USB dongle, and afterwards it shows a connection for each of the 2 controllers, which is pretty cool because you know if you're out of battery or if you have problems with the connectivity or anything. So there's not much else to say about this. It's really nice. It doesn't feel that cheap. It feels good. Now, the mouse. The mouse has its pros, has its cons. Let's start with the build construction. And one of the things that I liked about it was it comes with an illuminated logo, which is here, that lets you know when the controller is on, which is it's a nice touch. The weight is a very good weight. I've been playing for it for like 3 or 4 days, and I think it's an adequate weight. Once you put on the battery, it adds a little bit more of weight, so it's not a heavy mouse, not a light, like featherweight light mouse, so it's pretty good weight. The design is pretty cool. You can see it has like this, supposed to be like shark teeth and everything, like in a cool blue color with black, and it looks pretty nice, pretty sleek. Also, you get the scroll wheels that clicks like to the sides and everything. But the cons on this controller on build quality is, well, the scroll wheel is basically what I hate, because it feels kind of cheap. It has a little bit of play. I don't know if you can see it over there. I'm moving it and it's not actually clicking or anything. And if you shake the mouse, you'll hear the start button and the mouse click, the mouse wheel shaking. I don't know if you can hear that. They both make that noise. So that feels kind of cheap. I don't know if this is so loose because it clicks to the sideways also and to the bottom, and it also scrolls. But in my opinion, it just feels plain cheap. Also, the LED light that comes here with the logo, they didn't put like any plastic on the bottom, so it evens out the light. You could only like see the LED on the bottom. So I don't know if this came bad or they're all like that, but you can actually see the LED lit up like on the back of this. So I didn't like that pretty much. But overall, everything else feels pretty good. The mouse clicks, at first I thought they were a little bit too hard to click. Maybe because I was grabbing the mouse from behind, not from here. They're a little bit more harder to push than normal PC mouses, but after playing with it, I'm completely accustomed now to them, and they're pretty good. There's nothing much more to say about this. So it also has a 1750 DPI, I think, which is pretty good. So, and also the on and off switch. This is where you change the AA battery. So the Frag Chuck now, this thing is amazing. This Frag Chuck has a perfect analog stick D-pad layout. It is just perfect. When you grab this Frag Chuck, your fingers just fall into place with the buttons. It's just perfect, amazing. The size of it is really good. I like it how they made this really long so you can grab it with your whole hand, not like the PS3 controllers which you just grab with your fingers, right? So this you grab with your whole hand, and the weight is okay. You also get a battery in here, a AA battery. So the weight, it doesn't feel cheap. It has its weight to it, but it won't get tiresome of having it lifting up, you know, because when you grab a 6-axis controller, you kind of push in with your both hands and have like this, I don't know, solid grip. With one controller, it's more like, if it would be heavier, you'll get tired. Even the analog stick, the feel is amazing, which was one of the things that I was most worried about. Like having a cheap analog stick. It even responds for me better than the PS3 one because it doesn't even have any play when you move it. Once you start moving it, it's actually moving. It will respond on the game. The PS3 controllers, they have a lot of more play on this analog stick than this does. And quickly, I'll just show you this so you can see what I'm talking about. On a PS3 controller, I can move this all the way like this, and it's not moving. It's not really moving. This is just play it has. And this controller is like, what, 3 weeks new. So this has a lot of better feel on this. It also, they both have like this matte feel, like frosted feel on the top, which is really pretty cool. It says split fish here. Also, it has an illuminated button here, which is the PS button. This LED is okay. It lets you know when the controller is on, and you can also access the PS menu with this controller, which is pretty cool also. Now, button placement on the top, you get the number 1 button, number 2 button, and frag button, which this button I'll explain a little bit later. The placement here, this controller feels like 9.5 perfect for me, at least for my hand, for my size. There's just something on the top that makes me feel like they should have placed a little bit differently the buttons. Maybe make this a little bit longer so you can have a better, I don't know. But it is pretty good. Believe me, it is amazing. This part is amazing. The other thing that it has is the sensitivity button, the sensitivity scroll wheel, which is here. You can change the sensitivity on the fly. You don't have to go into a PC setting or anything. You just change it from here. So that is pretty cool. And you get the on and off button here. So this is the LED this thing turns on. And this is the LED that the mouse turns on. There you go. So enough said about the build quality and everything. Let's hook this thing up. I'm going to show you real quick about the USB lights. There we go. So it lets you know when it's recognized. Now it's connected to the TV. And when I turn on my Frag Chuck, it'll show me in the indicator down there that it's on. And when I turn on my mouse, it'll do the same. Let me see. Here we go. Alright, so now it has both lights on. So that is pretty nice. The actual size of this, so you can actually see how big it is. I'll put the PS3 controller here. So this is the actual size of the mouse. So you can decide for yourself if it's big enough or not. And well, right now I'm gonna do a little bit of playing and show you the defects it has and the amazing gameplay you can do also in a bit of a while. Thanks.